What's going on, everyone? Sean Dinner here from the Peterson Real Estate Team, and I have a quick market overview for you of what's happened May of this year versus May of 2019, as well as some month-over-month numbers to show you sort of the trend line that we are seeing. So these are reported by TREB, and of course we know every community, every area in the GTA is different. So keep that in mind when we're looking at these averages. So if you want some specific numbers on your area or an area that you're interested in moving to, just let me know and we can have that conversation. All right, so let's start with the amount of transactions. So the amount of transactions year over year is down over 50%. Interestingly enough, when we look month over month at the seasonally adjusted numbers, May saw a 10% increase in transactions. So a good indication things are starting to move. And we're going to start seeing these transactions creep up as the province, the country, the world starts to open up bit by bit. Average selling price, interestingly enough, is up 3% this year. Seasonally adjusted month over month is up 4.6%. So just a little off note here. This is for the buyers out there that are looking for the deal of a lifetime. I get so many people contacting me saying, just find me a good deal, find me a good deal. And the funny thing is, everyone's looking for a deal. That only makes sense, right? The problem is when, even if a seller had to completely, unload their property for whatever reason, pick your choice, the buyer demand is still there. So at the end of the day, if they've undervalued their home by $100,000, let's say, for example, the buyers are going to eat that up. It's going to go into multiple offers and it's going to end up selling for the market value. And keep in mind, the market value is the market of the moment. So it's all relative. So again, essentially in the GTA, it is almost impossible to underprice a property because the demand is still there. So keep that in mind, guys. So if you're waiting for, this big fallout, this big drop in price, we're not seeing it. Okay. Now, are we going up 6%? No. So you could say you have a 3% savings, but don't expect any absolute earth-shattering deals out there. So if you have the means, the motivation, and the need to buy, it's still a great time to do it because we're not at that 6% average. So you are still seeing some savings, but that will continue to change as the world opens up. New listings, just like transactions, are down over 50%. Interestingly enough, the sales to new listing ratio is sitting at 0% change. And this is because new listings dropped over 50% and so did buyer demand. So it's all relative. So when you have both of those drop, it's all supply and demand. That's why we see prices had started to level out and now start to increase. It's all relative, guys, okay? Property days on market and listing days. So because a lot of agents will terminate an MLS listing and relist it, if they're changing the price or making changes, it messes with the days on market. Okay, so property days on market is more accurate. So at this time last year, the average was 27 days. This year was 32, so an 18.5% increase. Not a big deal. We're dealing with small numbers here, and so the listing days on market, because the numbers are lower, this is what you'll see advertised, right? So 19 was last year and 24. So again, nothing significant, nothing earth-shattering that we need to worry about. And here's a quick chart of what we've seen as far as sales and the seasonally adjusted sales since 2010. So again, there's my quick overview. Any questions, let me know. If there's a specific area or type of property you're looking for some numbers on, again, I'm happy to help. Let me know and we can have that conversation. Okay, so there you go. There's a quick overview from TREB with the latest stats. Like I said, any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care and we will talk to you soon.